What's going on, YouTube? Video number 2 when it comes to how to play the piano without piano lessons. In the last video I showed you how to play the piano without piano lessons in part 1 of this video. So now I'm going to make a part 2 of it. And the reason why I'm going to make a part 2 of this is because in the last video I played a song by Brian McKnight called Anytime at the end of it. And I actually didn't show you how I found the melody to that song or how I learned how to play that using exactly what I taught in the first learning how to play piano without piano lessons. So I am going to attach the first video to the bottom of this. You can see it at the bottom of the screen here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I found that. Okay, now in the first video I showed you how if you play any if you play this melody starting with any key, that you could play any chord with those keys and it would sound good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I found the melody Brian McKnight's Anytime right there. And the way I found that was when I showed you the first video, I showed you there was 3 full steps, meaning there was 3 keys and each key had a key in between. Okay, that was the first part of it. And then in between, you know, the 4th note was a half step. And then the next 3 notes were full steps, and then the last one was a half step once again. And there's only 8 keys in every scale right there. So in this one, when I found Brian McKnight's Anytime, what I had to do is I had to find his half step. Okay, so in here there's 3 full steps and then you got your half step because there's no key in between. Now on Brian McKnight's Anytime, his is in the key of C sharp. Okay, now his half step is right there in those first 2 notes. You see that? So I found his half step right there. Now you have to also remember that there is 2 half steps in every scale, in every set of 8 notes, starting with Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So if I play that starting with his C sharp, I'm gonna go. Okay? Now remember, there's another half step right here. So I had to remember that if, like, when you're doing a half step, remember this, that the scale always starts on the key after the half step. Meaning, if the key is here, that's the half step right there, it's always going to start there. That's where the scale starts. So you have to find which one of these half steps it's going to start at. Alright? So what you got to do is you basically got to play it out. You got to go and make sure that the half step that's in the song is actually in that scale. So you go. Okay? So when you get up here, which is the same as this one, you know that the half step for that song is in there. But if I play it up here starting with, what is that, F sharp? It's not in there, see? I had to go there, which in Brian McKnight's song, the C is in there. So that lets me know that this isn't the key that I start with. I start with this key. Okay, to get. Although you can play it with this one. Okay, you can, but that's not the key he played it in. He played it in. Okay, and that's how you find it. And then, you know, when you find everything and how to do it, you can. See that? And then you can add stuff to it, you know. All types of stuff with that, you know, within that range of keys right there. And that's basically how you do it. I mean, that's just for any beat maker and any upcoming pianist or whatever who, you know, you just want to better yourself on the keys, and you kind of take a shortcut through learning all the theory and all that. You can use that method and basically, you know, pretty much sound like a professional, or even do some of the same things that the professionals do on the keys. Alright, so that's basically it. I mean, don't forget, I am going to leave at the bottom of your screen the first part of this video, which was learn how to play the piano without piano lessons, which was part 1. This is going to be part 2 here. Alright, so just leave your comments and your comments below the video. Subscribe, whatever, friend request, all that good stuff. And I'll check you guys in the next video. Alright, check you out. Peace.